Okay, we're live. Hi, Kat.
Hello.
How
How are
are
you?
you?
Doing awesome. Always
You
at
look
the
awesome. Oh my gosh, it's so nice to see like things going in the right direction and look at
yeah,
your background.
yeah, this
So,
is where I live. This is amazing.
oh my God, that's insane. So, you're a beach person through and through, aren't you?
Through and through, born and raised on the beach of France, south of France, and then moved to California for 12 years on the beach of California, and then moved to Florida 3 years ago. So yeah, beach, beach, beach all the way. I would
Okay.
not be able to live anywhere else. Actually, I lived in Paris for 10 years and I was the most depressed I ever been in my whole life. So
Oh, wow.
me, beach was my missing part. So happy to.
Okay. So, before we get into quizzing you about what your favorite beach is, let's just make sure everyone gets a kind of context.
Mhm.
Because your brand, of course, is called Sundrunk,
Yeah.
and it's all basically lets you live your best beach life.
Yeah, that's a great way to say it. Yep, I would say so.
Yeah, and so I think it's interesting because she has a lot of products around that theme. Not all of them are sunscreen, although she has that, and I really love your sunscreen. But she
Thank
also has aloe and then beach towels, cover-ups, and other things that are essentials. And again, we've established you are a beach expert.
you. Yeah.
Um, so you've lived in many beaches.
Mhm.
What's your favorite?
Um, I would say Florida is next level. What I love about Florida is you are in the water right here at the beach and you have dolphin, manatee, stingray coming and just swimming with
Sharks?
you. And sharks, but I never seen sharks yet. But turtles, like it's insane. I mean, the only other beach I saw that and enjoyed that is was in Bora Bora in Tahiti. So comparable. I love Bora Bora and Tahiti area, all those islands, because you have lagoons and that's kind of unique. So that
That
those
is
are
unique. That's
my favorite.
interesting.
Yeah.
I have to admit, when I went to Florida and did the beach, the bugs ate the crap out of me.
On
I
the
mean,
beach?
oh, those little no-see-ums.
Oh, but they are not on the beach, right? I mean, I don't have that.
No, they were on the beach and they ate me
Yeah, the
alive.
museum are the worst. I hate them too.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm
that's
actually
that's
thinking very, very deeply right now. I'm thinking about launching a bug repellent because
oh my God,
in
that would
Florida, it's an
be
issue.
your beach vision because like for people like me who I'm very apparently bugs like me a lot. So I'm always the one that gets eaten of the group. And by the way, it's me, my husband, and two friends of ours. None of them had got bitten, and I
Yeah.
literally head to toe. I mean, it was insane. My
You
entire
have that special skin.
Oh my God, I don't know what it is, but a fun fact, I may have told you this before, but when I had cancer, mosquitoes stopped biting me. And that was one of the things that I
Because
learned
you
is
can
that
see
they
it.
won't bite, they can smell the cancer. It's like they say that pets can smell, dogs and cats can also smell cancer, but mosquitoes, it's their food
Oh,
source. Think about it. They don't
yeah,
want my
wow. They have
contaminated
an instinct
blood.
to protect themselves. That's crazy. I had no idea.
It is crazy. So as long as they're biting me, I feel like
It's a blessing.
it's a blessing. I've learned to look at it as a blessing, but yeah, those no-see-ums are vicious.
I
Um,
agree. I hate them. I discovered them in Florida. I never heard about them before. They're
I don't
ferocious.
think they really have them in Europe as much.
Never heard of them. No. We have
Yeah.
mosquito big ones, but not that.
So in addition to my Masami, which is ocean, so not beach, but close enough, my candle business was inspired by the island of Dominica.
Oh,
Have
love
you
the
ever been
island.
down there?
Yep, I've been there. I swam with the dolphins there. It was incredible. I loved it.
It's
It,
amazing.
it
So
was
that,
back
yeah,
in the
that's
day when it
another
was so
very,
dangerous, but
the
it was.
beaches there are like so interesting to me because there's hardly anybody on the beaches. They're very secluded.
Mhm.
And they're absolutely stunning. There's one we go to called Badaboo, Badaboo Beach,
Cute. Badoo.
and it's privately owned because
Wow.
much of Dominica is still owned by these families that have had land forever, and it's, not very touristy. So they this family owns this beach, and it's absolutely spectacular. So now I'm giving away their secret. So if anybody listens, don't say I'm the one that told you.
No, but now I have it.
But
Uh,
now you know.
get out.
So, so let's go back to your brand though, because okay, so we've established that you're a beach person, that you've lived on beaches for much of your life, but
Mhm.
what made you actually want to create a brand that's all about that?
Interesting. So my whole career was in the cosmetics, right? I lived 20 years and I worked for the biggest group like Louis Vuitton with Hennessy and Unilever. And I went from zero to VP sales, 20 years of career. And then COVID hit. I had to homeschool my three kids.
Mm,
So I had to leave my job and started a business consultant job on the side because that's what I know how to do, how to help other brands to perform in big retailers. And then we moved to Florida 3 years ago. And as I said, it was beach next level. And
mm.
because we live on the beach all the time, we are at the beach all the time. And I felt like there's so many issues when I go to the beach, starting with the towels that are so heavy and they don't dry fast. And it's a pain you bring back the beach in your house. Like that, also skincare. I've been in that industry forever and I know how toxic the formulas can be. So I saw all those pain points. And one day after a long day at the beach, I looked at my husband and I was like, I feel sun drunk. But literally, I put those two words together because it was a special feeling. I felt so amazing, so relaxed, but so tired at the same time. And it's a perfect feeling after a long, beautiful day at the beach with friends and family. It's just perfect. And then I woke up the day after and I was like, I love that name. And I trademarked it on the spot. And I decided to go after the pain points I had at the beach. And also because when I go shop for beach stuff, it's always targeting fishermen or surfer dudes, but never women. Like it's nothing for women. It's also for little girl, teenage girls,
Yeah,
but
that's true,
nothing.
actually, other than like bikinis, right? But
Yeah, the
like,
bikinis are really like sexy and stuff. And I don't know, I never felt in place. And also I'm surrounded by boys. I only have boys, three boys plus my husband. So I was not, I was like, okay, fine. It's a surfer dudes and fishermen. I will find something for them. But for me, what do I have? So I thought I'll put together all that. A beach brand that is for moms, edgy, not boring. And also you have Tommy Bahama or those older old school brands that are
yeah.
huge. Now everybody know Tommy Bahama or have something from Tommy Bahama because what else there is outside of Tommy Bahama? But I'm not into flamingo and pineapples. I think it's kind of
Mm.
outdated. And so here we go. We have Sun Drunk, something a little
Well,
more edgy and more mom oriented.
I love that. And Tommy Bahama, by the way, has moved into, I think their restaurant business. I could be wrong about this, but I
No,
think their
no.
restaurant business is bigger than their
They have,
original
yeah.
business.
Well, they are humongous. They're more than $1 billion company.
Yeah.
They have restaurant, they have vodka, they have tons of different franchise. They
Yeah,
live
so
off franchise,
interesting.
which it's great for them. But I mean, they live in Seattle. They're not beach experts.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. You think,
I know.
with that brand, they should be more on point, and
Yeah.
they're
No,
not.
but they must have a great marketing that people believe in. But I am the
Well,
true
but to your
beach
point, it's getting
lover.
a little old these days, and I think it's more about the restaurants now anyway. So, okay, but then, so you had this idea, you had the name, and then where did you start? What was your first product?
Sunscreen, for sure.
Okay.
Because we go through a lot of sunscreen over here.
Oh,
And
yes.
so I used to buy mineral sunscreen for my kids because no way I buy chemicals. And then the mineral sunscreen leave that white cast. So I really wanted something that doesn't leave that white cast so they don't scream at me all the time. So here we go. I went to a lab in St. Pete and we worked on that formula and I'm super, super happy with that formula. No toxins, super clean, reef friendly, and I did niacinamide, which is anti-aging, so it's the perfect combo. And
Yeah,
then,
that
of
sounds
course,
awesome.
even though you wear sunscreen, Florida sun is like UV index 11. It's like out of this world. So you will burn anyway. You can reapply. You're always in the water anyway. So it's just, you always burn a little bit on your shoulder and stuff. So aloe vera was number two, very quick. Same thing, organic, very careful of what I put in there. It's packed of antioxidant. And I love the smell, the feeling. Also, if you buy, we used to buy on Amazon, the number one bestseller aloe vera, super cheap stuff because it's pure aloe, whatever, but it's so sticky. I hate the
Yeah.
feeling, and then I can't touch anything because I'm sticky all over. So I just wanted a better formula than that, and also added antioxidants so I can use it on my face as a moisturizer every day.
Ah,
So
that's so
that's the
fun.
aloe. And then personally, I have an issue with my lips. My lips burn, and I I don't know. I must have something with my lips, which now that I talk to so many clients, I'm not the only one. I think it's a girl thing. Our lips are very,
Mine
very
are always
sensitive.
dry. I'm always putting on
Me
lips balms and
me
glosses and
too.
things.
You need that one, and you need one on your nightstand, one on your desk, one in your bag, one in
Mm.
your car. This baby is like a lifesaver to me, and my kids love it. They all have one on their nightstand. And this morning, that's funny, my 18-year-old came and he said, "Mom, my friend just is on Accutane now, and his lips are so dry. He's like crying every day. Like, can I have one for him?" I was like, "Sure."
Oh.
So this is a miracle worker. You put that at night and you wake up and it's repaired and healed, and it feels so good. So
Okay, so
there you
then you've got this nice little business of skin products,
go. Mhm.
but you didn't stop there.
No, no, because the beach towel is the number two big issue I have. I have three kids plus my husband and I. It's five people. And I don't like, we are tall. I don't like small towels. I really
Yeah.
don't like that. So I need at least my size, so like a good 5 feet and 2 and 3 feet on the side. And it's humongous. You try to carry that, you need two huge beach bags, and then they don't dry, and so you bring back the sand gets stuck on it and just ugh. So I needed to find something much better than that. So being European, I know about the Turkish towels, and there are multiples on the market, but usually they're super thin, and I don't like
Yeah.
that either because it's like sandpaper on you. Don't like that.
Mm.
So I had to go further than that, and I found this incredible manufacturer that does double-sided towels, Turkish towels together. So you have
Oh.
inverted design, which is really cute. And then it's super soft. It's 100% Turkish cotton, which is one of the strongest in the world and so soft. So that's great. And the principle of the Turkish towels is they're super lightweight and they're flat woven. And the fact that they're flat woven, the sand cannot stick to it.
Oh, yeah. So you can kind of just shake them
You
off.
just shake it off and whoop, the sun goes by. And which is great is because we're always in the water and you dry fast. So it absorb fast, dry you fast, and then dry super fast, like literally 15 minutes in the sun and it's super dry. So you don't have to wait. You just dry.
Brilliant. I love it. So that is okay. But then you didn't stop there.
No, I didn't stop there because all my
It's
fisherman
like a
friends were
clown
like,
car. More keeps coming.
little by little, you realize, oh my God, I need a hat. So I create a hat. Oh my God. My friends who are fishermen and also like Florida lovers and they live there forever, they're like, you absolutely need UPF shirts. I was like, oh, what's that? I didn't know because I don't know, in California, it's not that sunny hard on you. And south of France, never heard about UPF shirts before. So I looked into it. And UPF shirts are actually magical, and I only use that now when I go out because I don't have to reapply sunscreen all day long. You just wear this shirt and it completely blocks all UVA and UVB on your skin. So it's
Smart.
it's a miracle worker and it dries super fast. So you can spend the whole day in the water. It's super lightweight, you don't feel it, and then dries super fast. So it's great.
But
And
what
it's
a
great
good
for any
idea,
outdoor
especially if you're
activity.
active, right? If you have kids, if you're active and you
Yeah.
just, you don't want to have to be worrying about putting sunscreen back
Mhm.
on or they're in and out of
Yeah,
the water and they're doing this. And I think
totally.
that's a smart idea. We were at Miami Swim Week this last,
Mhm.
whatever it was, I can't even
Yeah.
remember, June, July, something like that.
Yes.
And there was a bathing suit designer that had created this fabric that you would tan through, but it was supposedly keeping out the UV rays that are going to burn
Whoa.
you. but keep some of the, I don't know how the science works. It sounded a little sketchy to me. I'm
I'm
not sure I want to
excited
burn my
to that.
nipples. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, if you're tanning though, that should let through the UVB, I think, which is the one
Oh
that burns.
no, I kind of was like, huh, that's interesting. I didn't know it was sort of like you're solving a pain point, but I'm not sure it's a pain point that people actually have. You know what I mean? Like, oh,
All you want is to remove the tan line, basically.
right. I get that, but that's like, just don't have
Yeah.
straps,
Yeah, right? I
you
mean,
know?
that's not my problem.
Okay, so you clearly dominated the entire beach world, which is brilliant. Um, so then what else is in the hopper? Are you going to kind of just try to focus on the stuff you've already made? Or are you going to do you wake up at night and go, oh my God, I have to do sunglasses now?
Well, yes, I have ideas like every second. It's never ending. It's never ending. Yes, I mean, I'm looking into sunglasses, but not a priority. I'm looking into water bottles because that for sure I use water
Oh, that's
bottles
such a
all
smart
the time.
one.
Yeah. But as a business entrepreneur, we have a lot of constraints. For me right now, it's warehousing. So those water bottles will take up a whole building. So, I
Yeah.
need to anticipate all those needs and right now I'm focusing on expanding my online business and also opening boutique in the next 3 months. So there's a lot in the process. I'm super excited. This year is going to be an incredible year, but in product development, which is my favorite part of the business, yeah, I have an idea every day.
You don't have to share, but you can just let us tell everybody when it's ready. But yeah, that's interesting. So share a little bit about your process as a product developer and how that works. Because I know, like, I have a chemist, so I rely on the chemist heavily. I kind of might say, hey, you know, can we do an XYZ? We worked on a hair mask for 2 years, could not get it right. I didn't want to launch it. We decided to just stop.
Yeah, I had the same issue with I wanted to do a body butter that was really like nourishing and healing. In addition to the aloe, like to sleep at night, like almost like a sleeping mask to regenerate the skin. And we couldn't make it work. We tried, we tried, we tried, we tried.
Hmm.
Also, it's hard because you and I were working on clean formula, and it's hard to
Yeah,
make something clean that is not stinky and not sticky. And it's like harder
yeah.
on the formula. It's really difficult. So I think we have the same process. Same thing. I go to a lab and we sit down and I tell them exactly what I'm looking for of achieving and the formula that I want in terms of cleanness. And then they go through round and we test and we go through round and we test again until we figure it out. And then we pick the packaging and we do all those
Do
tests.
you
And
have multiple lab partners or do you have just one?
I just have one for now, but I'm exploring other ones because, some have, sorry, my cat is like bothering
Oh,
me. They have their own limitations sometimes. They don't want to
yeah,
work with that
exactly.
type of formula so right now, just in confidence, I'm trying to look into going straight to the source. For example, I'm obsessed with Monoi, which is only in Tahiti. It's a
Mm,
special oil. So I think I'm gonna just bypass all lab and just go to them and see if I can find someone there that can help me create my own product with
yeah,
Monoi.
or you do what we do. We import our macabu powder, send it right to our chemist, and basically they incorporate it into our formulas.
Yeah, but that's my problem. My lab doesn't want to work with other stuff they never worked with.
Oh, interesting. So they're not willing to do that. Yeah, that's the tricky part with some of these
Yeah.
new ingredients or lesser known ingredients. Yeah,
Yeah.
the labs kind of want to stick with stuff that's easy. They also don't want to have a risk of stuff being moldy or stuff,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
going bad or God forbid it has some health issue down the road
True.
that
True.
they don't know about. So it's all, yeah. And then of course with all the regulatory stuff going on, it's getting a little bit tougher.
Yeah.
Boy, the whole California Prop 65 thing,
Hmm.
I know that obviously they're intending it for a good reason to, you know, have people create more awareness around ingredients and whatnot, but the labeling issues have been crippling to a lot of small businesses.
Yeah.
And in a way that is like, does not feel like that was the intent of what that's supposed to do, but
Mm-mm.
I'm digressing. It's hard as a small business because a lot of times, things that work for the industry as a whole don't really work for us because we don't have millions of dollars.
Mm.
We're not producing runs of inventory that
Yeah.
are, hundreds
Yeah.
of thousands where, we know we're going to be doing one in a couple months anyway, so we'll just switch the packaging. It's no big deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
No,
for us, it's like, yeah, it's a whole different game. Okay, so that means my husband is home. So yes, the dogs, the
I don't hear
dogs.
them.
Yeah, no, if once they know it's him, they're fine. You like his pajamas? Our big dog has pajamas on. He's been scratching himself so much. Okay, that's another thing you could think about is pet products. Okay. He knows that he's on camera if he comes over here on our live stream. Um, Pet products would be interesting too.
For the beach? Oh, hello. Even
Yeah.
drunk cat.
Well, this is okay. Here's my idea. I was so like, this has to happen. And then they did it. But living here in Palm Springs, the pavement is so hot for the dogs.
Mm. Yeah, in Florida they have those little yeah, little I don't
Booties,
know how you call that, little shoes.
they're like little booties. But the
Yeah,
problem is
little
the
goodies.
shoes are not great. They don't fit great or whatever. And so I was like, God, why isn't somebody made Crocs for dogs? And then
That's
Crocs
awesome.
made it.
No
They
way.
have Crocs for dogs.
Here
Because
we
if you
go.
think about like, what's the doggy equivalent of flip-flops,
Yeah, true.
Because beach can get so hot on your feet too. And the poor dogs, I'm always thinking about the dogs.
Yeah. I'm thinking
Okay, so this is excellent. So you've got a lot, and for those of you who don't know, Kat is like so positive and optimistic, and she dealt directly with not just one, but two of the hurricanes this past year, Helene and Milton, right? And they were absolutely horrific. Um, so for anyone who's dealing with whatever their version of global warming is, it's the LA fires or tsunamis or hurricanes, it's awful and it sucks.
yeah.
But if you look at how Kat has taken this as an opportunity to kind of reset, refocus, focus on now 2025. You just came from the surf conference. Tell me
Oh,
about
yeah.
that.
Surf expo. So yes, the hurricane really like it was traumatic and a lot of resilience to go through that and rebuild and all that. But you're right, it actually really helped me take a break, step back. And as you know, I wanted to close shop because I was like, I just can't, I didn't have the brain power to process anything else than just my house and my kids. But thanks to you guys and the GoFundMe you put together, it really helped me say it's a sign from the universe that I cannot give up on my baby, my fourth baby, I call it Sundrunk,
Yeah.
because there's more to it. And then in January, I decided to go back full speed and really put down my strategy, my goals for this year. And during the hurricane, because I lost everything, at least everything physically in my house and my cars, and a lot of stock was in both. I said to myself, I should not be stuck with the physical stuff. So I'm going to expand online and focus on online in 2025. So that's my number one goal. And then wholesale. I lost a lot of my clients wholesale here because they're surf shops and they all.
Yeah.
So I need to restart another. It was Surf Expo was really interesting because you could feel the impact of the hurricanes big time on so many level, from the brand to the boutique shop who were here to buy. Some of them are very scared of what's going to happen. They want to sell their business. And some are like me, are like, well, life is too short. So or we fear or we move forward. And for me is actually the opposite. I'm actually going to open a boutique.
Are you really?
Yep. And actually I found one who floated and they still don't have the permits to rebuild the walls, but that should happen in the next 3 months. And I will take the leap of faith. And actually it's in those moments where people are like so sad and so like giving up on everything that the people who take the risk at this moment will be the winner. If we wait 2 years, if you look at Fort Myers, who had Ian
Mm.
hurricane, they lost the same way we lost everything. 2 years later, everybody forgot. Fort Myers is like 10 times more expensive. Everything is
Mm.
rebuilt and life move on. So I'm already in the future. I'm not
I
staying in the
love
past.
that. That's such a great, well, attitude, but also the power of resilience and the power of sort of manifesting and projecting what you want and not being so caught up. I mean, you have to take the moment to
Yeah, that 3 months
feel and mourn and
was
do all
really
that.
good. Was really needed. You're right.
It's amazing. And I will tell you, I had a similar experience when I went through my cancer treatment because I was forced to kind of sit still for a minute, just a
Yeah.
minute.
But
Not
that's
much,
where you have the most
but
clarity.
yeah. And you really start to reflect on, is this what I want to be doing? How do I want to be doing it? How do I do things differently? Not everything works the way you want it to, so it is those moments where you get to, it's a gift to be able to take that time to reflect
Mhm.
and then have a plan moving forward that might be 10 times better than the plan you had before.
Yep, I think so. I have a good feeling about this plan.
So where is this boutique going to be?
It's going to be on Corey Avenue in St. Pete's Beach. It's a great area, very close to the beach, and it's, a lot of little shops and restaurants, and it's going to be super cute. I'm super
Well,
excited.
I think we're going to have some CBC brands in there.
Oh my goodness. Yes, please.
I
Yes, please.
mean,
I will
why
welcome
not?
them for sure. Yep, yep. We'll
That
have a
sounds,
dedicated shelf for you guys. Yep.
oh, I love it. This sounds awesome. Well, I mean, big kudos to you for dealing with everything you've dealt with and coming out on top. And it's a great lesson for any of us. And I think a lot of people need to hear that.
Well,
So,
I can help one person today. That's great.
yay. Okay, any parting thoughts that you want to share about anyone thinking about creating a business, anyone wanting your products? Let's tell people where to find your products, first of all.
Okay, so you can find my product on www.sundrunkworld.com. And we're on social media, same thing, at sundrunkworld, Facebook, Instagram, and I heard TikTok is going away. So I don't know what to tell you about this one, but we were there too. I'm actually happy about it.
I kind of am
One
too,
less
because I've never
platform to
cracked
follow.
it. Yeah, it's one
Me
less thing
neither.
to have to deal with, right? And it's,
Exactly. And also, I don't know. I know everybody's on it now, even adults and older people, but I can't. I never got into TikTok craze. My kids are, but I don't know. So you can find
I'm
me
with
there.
you.
And then parting thoughts for people who wants to create a company. So I ask a lot of people before creating mine, and every single person were like, do not, do not create your company. Entrepreneur are like, it's a roller coaster, and that's very, very true. I mean, a year and a half in, also I had natural roller coaster with the hurricanes and stuff, but on a normal basis, it's a real roller coaster to be an
Yeah,
entrepreneur. Some days you have so many highs, you're like, oh my God, I'm on fire. And some days you're like, what in the world? Why did I do this business? It's so complicated, so much money, and so I think again, you're not your thoughts, so you have to take it a step at a time and continue to move forward. As long as you move forward, it will pay off. That's my
yeah.
feeling.
Keep moving. I agree. Just keep moving.
It will pay off.
Hopefully you'll be going in the right direction.
Mhm. Hopefully.
Oh, hopefully. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank
We'll do this
you.
again once you have a new product to share.
Sounds
That'll be
great.
fun.
I'm excited. And
Take
thank you
care.
so much for the opportunity, Lynn.
Of
It's
course.
always
I'll
a
see you
pleasure.
soon.
Bye.
Bye.